We'll top out today again in the low 90s. So today's basically a carbon copy of yesterday, except for where we start out in the mornings. Starting out in those mid to upper 60s throughout the morning, we'll be into the mid 70s throughout the mid morning. 80s as we're coming on into the late morning and only up from there. Upper 80s through the early afternoon, topping out in the lower 90s for our highs today. Back into the upper 80s by the time we're in and through that dinner time hour. No chance of rain today. Mostly sunny to sunny skies throughout the day. Should feel really nice out there. So make sure if you're not already taking advantage of this with a morning walk, make sure you're taking advantage of some of this in the afternoon by going outside and say going out to the pool or maybe going fishing, something like that this afternoon. It's going to be warm, but it's going to feel really nice on into the afternoon. Now, in terms of what's causing all this, another pocket of dry air moving on into our area for today, keeping those dew points still held low thanks to that northerly wind from that cold front that moved through the other night. With that, we're seeing this dry air still moving on in, keeping our dew points low, and with that, well, we're going to stay cool over the next few days as well, continuing that trend on in and through the latter part of the week. Temperatures or overnight lows remain in those lower 60s at least through Thursday and into Friday as well. Lower 90s for our highs continues into the start of the weekend, but then the humidity comes back Friday into Saturday. We start to see it come back just a little bit at a time, but by the time we're back into Sunday, we're back up into those mid 90s as well, with rain chances coming back on into Saturday as well. As for the tropics, Hurricane Ernesto, or what became post-tropical cyclone Ernesto yesterday, has since been deemed a non-factor by the National Hurricane Center and has since faded off, and they've stopped tracking that as of now. But as of now, no further tropical activity expected within the Atlantic over the next 48 hours. But as soon as we know more, we'll tell you about it, because as we come into late August and into early September as well, that is technically what's considered peak hurricane season. So we'll make sure to keep you updated on everything you need to know. As for your next 7 days, we keep in the low 90s throughout the next few days, with that lack of humidity as well. Mostly sunny to sunny skies. We're moving on into the weekend. Rain chances come back as we move on into Saturday and Sunday, back in the mid 90s as we're heading on into the start of next week.